So cried the witcher.
He can't be bleat. Like the bleeding of sheep, but also like like he tosses in little kind of funny things here and there.
Okay.
Like watching the show is just to see the dynamic. It makes the song so much better.
Huh.
But
I guess I'm gonna have to get into it. Check it out.
You have to check it out,
That's
man.
just what's got to happen, people. That's just how it works. That's the way of the world. I can't control it. Neither can you. That's just the way it goes, man. Way she goes.
There it goes. In fact, I might go home and watch an episode tonight.
There you go.
Oh, I got you.
Full.
Oh, maybe I don't.
Full on malfunction going on in here.
That's about the best I got.
Whatever. 307 Reacts. I'm Matt. That's Chris.
Yeah.
And finally on the screen in front of us, Peter Hollens.
Peter Hollens.
What do you know about Peter Hollens?
A lot more than we do.
I was gonna say I don't know much.
Goddamn
All I
sure.
know is he's been requested on our channel a bunch of times, and his name is very familiar. And I've probably heard a couple of things that he's done, but I probably most likely didn't know it was him.
Yeah.
That's what I know. What do you know?
So here's the deal. People have been asking for specific covers by Peter Hollens. However, those are copyright difficulties for us. Okay, some of the bigger ones that have been most requested. So
when we say copyright,
one,
like when we say a song's getting copyrighted, usually the reason why people are like, well. It doesn't matter if it gets. We're not concerned about a copyright claim. Like we're not concerned about like Sony taking their money.
We kind of are.
We getting paid is dope.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, the law for copyright, as far as YouTube is concerned, is supposed to change in January. So we're trying to kind of stay on our toes and make sure that we're careful. Okay, even though it's a copyright claim and not a block or a strike. We don't know what's going to happen in January, when and if the law changes, but there's a lot of
any of that, so
there's a lot of talk behind closed doors that it may change again. So, tread lightly,
sure,
I guess.
That. And also we just want to, making money is cool, and we don't want to run the risk of getting a copyright block. That's what we're concerned about. And typically anything with Sony, UMG, Warner Brothers, a couple other ones,
Disney,
Sony Latin Music Group or something like that. Yeah. Those are typically the ones that we have
39
a tough time.
other music society groups.
Yeah, those are typically the ones we have a tough time even pulling a copyright claim on. Usually they just block it and we can't post it. So that's why whenever you guys hear us talking about copyright claims and stuff, I guess A, now because the laws might be changing next year, and B, because we don't want to run the risk of getting actually blocked by something. Like a lot of you guys are like, yeah, they're licensed by Sony, but a lot of other people put it up, and it's like, what?
Well, just if all your friends jumped off a bridge with you
never know, man. Like we just like to tread lightly and just stay cautious. You know? So, anyways, with that, so we've got Peter Hollens toss a coin to your Witcher. And we just listened to part of the original version of this, and I've never seen The Witcher. What I know of The Witcher is from what I've seen from gameplay on my
it's a video game first.
Yeah, so I know the game series, the video game series, but I've never actually seen the series itself. So I know a little bit about it, but like
the Netflix series is so good,
and that's what I've heard too. Yeah,
obviously with any show like the Halo, right? If you watch Halo expecting it to be exactly like the game, you're going to be disappointed.
Well, yeah.
If you go into it thinking, okay, this is their interpretation, then it's just a way better experience, okay?
I mean, a day in a video game takes like 12 minutes depending on the game, for an entire 24-hour cycle. Yeah. And when you recreate that into a TV show, you have to like consider how long a one-day cycle is and like what happens in that day and how far your character can actually reasonably travel because it's a real human now and not just a
and character development.
There's got to be so much that goes into detaching the game from a series, man. There's got to be a lot of like intricate things in there, a lot of fine details that make it happen. So anyways, let's get into it. Let's see what he has to offer here. This is going to be super interesting. Like, comment, subscribe. Go over to Peter Hollens' page, subscribe to him as well, and let's just go for it. Boom.
When a humble bard graced to ride along with Geralt of Rivia, along came this song. From when the white wolf fought a silver-tongued devil, his army of elves sat, his hooves did they
Okay, listen.
That's pretty good, I gotta say.
The vocal control.
Yes.
At the beginning of that. Now, if you guys didn't see our reaction to Chris Lippe talking about head voice, he talks about using a whisper to kind of work your way up and kind of feel what that feels like, and then you turn it into a full-on note. He uses that exact technique in the beginning of this in his chording. He's got a very airy type of
super. I mean,
really
it looked like in a
and-
few of the top tracks he was just doing a wind track basically. Like there wasn't even any note. It was just like a
yeah. God, dude, it's so creative.
What
it's
a
so good, and
yeah,
builds an
wow,
environment, and
what a super unique way to create like an ambience for your track without any
for
instruments.
real.
It's just like yeah, I'll just do a breath. I'll do 3 breath takes.
yeah. I'm gonna do a wind in the key of B.
He's the guy walking in the studio and it's like, all right, man. So what do you need to get going here? And he's back there in the corner just going.
I need to win.
I'm like,
is that a B? He's like, yeah. Okay, now I need an A sharp. It's so good.
I
So
need
good,
all
though.
the compression to capture
Yes.
this man's voice, and it just needs to be all the knobs,
Yeah, can we get an F?
and then just you see me over here, just
Like,
look at the
slider, just a little.
no, there's nothing wrong with the mic. Everything okay over there, dude? All right.
He's like, "Are you recording?" Yeah, I'm always recording.
Yeah, you have to be.
Okay, cool. Save it. Like,
All right, that's a take. Like,
that's so good.
take what? Okay,
So good.
Let's get this.
Song from when the white wolf fought a silver-tongued devil. His army of elves at his hooves did they revel.
Man,
They came after me with masterful deceit, broke down my lute and they kicked in my teeth.
bro, he's got so. I don't mean to stop. Like, you know, this is
There's a lot going
This
on,
is going to be
man.
one of those ones that we could stop every 4 seconds
Yeah.
and break it down. But the Chris Lippe in this man
Yeah.
is just, it's all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
He talks about, Chris Lippe talks about using your emotion, your facial expressions, and like the way you sing, you know, like, when he first started this, he was like more like down here and kind of open, right? And then when he gets into the second set of lines there, he kind of tightens up and he kind of gets with
a little more
open deceit,
compression.
and you can
Yeah.
kind of hear his grit coming out a little bit, and that just in the way he's moving his face,
Yeah.
man, and like the way he's tightening up his lips and just kind of like singing more forward in his face with less
Yeah.
air. He's tightening up. He's also compressing his vocal cords.
Yeah.
Dude, so much going on here, man.
Yeah.
There's so much.
There's a lot, and I mean, just
This man
that
is,
alone is amazing.
yeah, this man is overflowing with technique. This is amazing. Like, he's very talented.
And then you have the background. Doom, doom.
Yeah, like all these little. We could just talk about all of his little. I'm gonna call them atmosphere voices. I mean,
Yeah.
there's just so many layers happening right now, and it's all one person. It's wild. This
Yeah.
is-
So listen. Actually, I want to back it up one more. Okay, you'll kind of hear where he's in his lower. Here's also the other thing. If you guys haven't watched the Chris Lippe video where he talks about how to sing like oh fuck, he was the singer for Aerosmith.
Steven Tyler.
Yeah, how to sing like Steven Tyler. He uses a lot of vocal level engagement to then just spice in a little bit of like
Inflection. It's like
when
inflection.
he gets into the kicked in my teeth, in teeth he actually sings, but the rest of it is kind of more talking. Like it's
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
Listen to it.
Here we go. Did you back up?
I did.
Okay.
Revel.
See right there, he's got his jaw opened up, and now he'll.
They came after me with masterful deceit, broke down my lute and they kicked in my teeth, while the devil's horns minced our tender meat, and so cried the witcher.
That is a great example of what Chris Lippe was talking about with vocal level engagement. He's just speaking. Okay, take the middle video, okay, the part where he's actually singing the main lyrics. He's just speaking in rhythm. Like it is.
And think about it. So they
So good.
they broke my lute and they kicked in my teeth, right?
Yeah.
Think about putting yourself in those shoes.
Oh,
if
being
you're in
pissed
medieval
off.
times, right? Yeah, you're in medieval
Yeah.
times, and these guys come through and they break all your shit and they beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
And now you're trying to explain to somebody how pissed off you are.
Yeah.
They the broken, you know, like, and your inflection raises up even when you're trying to explain how pissed off you are, right? So like they kicked in my teeth and they broke my lute, you know, and it's like that you can already hear it happening in my voice, and I'm just talking, I'm just conveying how pissed I am, and I'm already hitting notes that I would have to normally, like if I was singing, would think that I'd have to warm up for to get to them, and I've already gotten there just by getting pissed off at the dude who broke my flute, man. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah. Busted my lute.
Like, what the hell, bro?
You ever hear people busted my lute?
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah, you can hit that note. If you can speak it, you can hit it.
It's a crazy thing. And honestly, I didn't realize that it was like
that easy.
That unlockable either until we started watching him, and you just kind of think about it on a common sense, like a ground level. The way he explains it, it really helps a lot, and you're just like, wow, dude. Like, you know what? Actually,
you know what? Actually,
I do have a couple high notes in there. I thought, you know, every once in a while, I can't kind of, every now and there. Like, so it happens all the time, just like in normal speech. It's pretty cool, Chris Lipe video,
but
go check it out. I think it's in our miscellaneous playlist.
Listen and try to separate the music and just listen to the lead.
I've just been listening to the.
Oh yeah, that's super good too.
Like those little they're so good, man. All right, let's go.
They kicked in my teeth while the devil's horns minced our tender meat, and so cried the witcher, he can't be bleed.
So good.
Toss a coin to your witcher, oh valley of plenty,
oh
valley of plenty, oh. Toss a coin to your witcher, oh valley of plenty.
Ooh. Yeah, boy.
At the edge of the world, fight the mighty horde that bashes and breaks you and brings you to more.
That's so cool, dude.
He thrust every elf far back on the shelf.
And if you listen, if you're whoever's editing this is probably Matt in the top left. Okay, we're gonna zoom in.
That's
on
the one I've been watching too.
Yeah. So if you notice,
I've been watching. We're gonna call him snare drum guy because that's.
Here's the thing, Peter Hollens, you can tell, has taken a lot of inspiration from, like especially this track. Steven Tyler using techniques that he would use. Michael Jackson. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds nothing like Michael Jackson.
Definitely doesn't sound like Aerosmith either.
Listen to that part, okay? And it's hard to pick it out. It's a wind noise. It's
yeah. So like, if you were to think about it as like a drum set, all the drums happening in the background, there's like the like you're listening for the snare drum sound, the percussion, like snappy sound, basically, and that's what he's replicating with this. So
and here's the thing. Here's why I say Michael Jackson. Once again, referencing Chris Lipe. He does. Here's the thing. Here's why we reference him so much. He's such a good teacher.
He's brilliant, man.
He will break down tracks. And one of the ones that I saw, he did an original. He got all the stems for a Michael Jackson recording.
It was Beat It, wasn't it?
No. I forget what it was.
I think it was Billie Jean.
He did do that one, but it wasn't in that one that he noticed this. It was a different. I can't remember what song it was, but regardless, Michael Jackson in all of his tracks has 2 to 3 tracks that record from the beginning of the song to the end of the song, where it's just him going,
just weird, like,
and like, yeah. It's just these weird, like, animalistic type noises.
Because he's in the booth listening to his thing, and he's just like,
just like getting down with it,
going with it, you know. And you know, it could be maybe there was some drug induced.
Oh, there was a lot of drugs involved. Okay, there was a lot.
It is what it is. He still made some amazing music, right?
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, definitely some
But listen for the windy
here.
Snare, okay? It's so good.
And I think in the frame that we're in now, if you guys are looking at your screen, it's on the left-hand side of the screen, right below the top picture there. So top
He'll
left
pop
corner,
back
the
in
next
here in a
one.
minute.
Yeah, let's go. And then it's up here.
Far back on the shelf, high up on that mountain, from whence it came. He wiped out your pest, got kicked in his chest. He's a friend of humanity, so give him the rest. That's my epic tale. Our champion prevailed, defeated the villain. Now pour him some ale. Toss a coin to your witcher. Oh,
So good, my guy.
Oh, valley of plenty. Oh, toss a coin to your witcher and friend of humanity. Toss a coin to.
Hey, listen, I know we're getting into the section, but listen to this. He has this nice little cadence coming down. I'm gonna back it up about one more.
He was
of those.
doing that earlier in a lower octave. That's the one that I was
Yeah.
stuck on earlier. He was kind of doing that same thing. He was just in the lower octave, and now he's adding all these
Oh,
layers.
just
and
when you think he can't possibly fit
layer
more.
on, and then he puts a top layer on, and then he puts a top layer on, and then he puts a low layer on, and then he's just like, this mix right before you stopped it
Dude.
right there, it was all the way out to the walls, dude.
The amount of tracks
Yeah.
in this.
I
Oh my
envisioned this
God.
as like each one of these little squares was probably a track. Like, I don't know if that's true or not. Could be totally different, but like,
I mean, depending
even if
on
you only
if
had
he did double where he split one left, one right, it could be two.
Could be two for each. Yeah, it's very possible. Some of them he probably did. I'm sure for like
Yeah.
this big chorus part coming up, he probably has multiple splits left and right.
Yeah.
And then, you know, putting the main obviously right down the center and things like that. But like, even if it was just these tracks for the squares and the windows that are on the screen, there's still like, what, 20 tracks after he fills in the sides and the top up here. Like there's quite a bit of tracks
There's a
just in
lot
that.
going
So like,
on,
and I
man.
mean, most of my projects are like 30-50 tracks, something like
Yeah.
that. So like, that's coming close to my max already just in voices, man. That's
Yeah.
wild.
Valley of plenty. Oh, toss a coin to your witcher and friend of humanity.
I love that.
Toss a coin to your witcher.
So full.
Valley of plenty. Oh, valley of plenty. Oh, toss a coin to your witcher and friend of humanity.
Syncopation is nice.
Toss a Coin was requested over 3,000 times, so I did it
Jesus
for you. Now check
Christ.
this one out.
If you want to be in a video like this one, become a patron like these amazing people, or if you just want to watch this video you're watching, click through. It's good, because they're awesome.
Click through.
Click like, subscribe. Love you. Bye.
Wow.
Okay, that was
good, man.
mind blowing, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, Peter Hollens, you are on the list, sir.
Yeah.
Like yep. We're gonna just go ahead and move that rope over for you. You come right in.
Yeah, you come right
on,
in.
Come on in. You're on the list.
Party
bud.
of five.
All right.
However you
Yeah,
want to bring with you.
Bring in
like-
bring in a couple extras. Like, let's get some plus ones. Let's go.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Holy crap, dude.
Yeah, man.
He works. I don't know if he does everything on his own. I don't know if he's self-produced or if
I
he
would
actually
assume that
goes
he is.
somewhere. But if he's self-produced, his mixing capabilities by just mixing voices,
Oh God.
that is insane, dude.
I'd have to imagine this becomes a nightmare after about track 20.
Oh, dude, I would say
Like-
after like track 10, man. After you
Yeah.
get because it's got to be the labeling has to be crucial in
Yes.
this setting
Yes.
in a studio. Like you've got to be able to label your parts like second harmony, third harmony, like, or even like, you know, this is the third, this is the fifth, this is that part where I had the minor seventh arpeggio that did, and you know, you
Yeah.
label all your tracks that way, so that way when you go to edit, you know which ones to bring out, which ones to put back. I'm sure he's got groups of vocal tracks in folders that are folded back that are just like, okay, that's
Just
all
that's
of
a
my
single track,
that's all
like,
of my all of my background music, and then this is all of my right background music, and like, oh man, I bet it's a hell of a project to work on.
Oh, dude.
But man,
I couldn't imagine trying to do a project like this in our studio. like I would love to attempt to one day, but like
and here's the thing, we could
we could.
do it. It would just be
Oh
a
my God.
long process.
Very
it would
long
be a really,
process.
really long process.
Something like this would probably take us 6 months to a year to put together. Like
Look, okay, if I didn't have a 40-hour-a-week job to go to and I could just spend
That's fair.
8 hours a day working on a production like this, I could have it done in a couple of months probably.
Yeah.
But like, you know, I got another job to go to, and to be on a production of that level, like that sounded professional. That shit sounded straight up like someone's been behind a board for decades and they just made it happen. You know what I mean? Like that was really, really solid level mixing, recording, singing, performance, editing. Everything was great. That was 5 out of 5
and just
work.
Being in character too, man.
Yeah.
That's huge. Like I think a lot of people lose some points on their performance just by not being in that character.
Well, and and I mean, how many takes did he have to do to make the edits happen for this video? You know, how many different squares were there? And I was watching, I was looking to see if any of them were duplicated, and from what I could tell, I don't think he duped any of them. I think most of them were. I think all of them were just
one take,
separate takes that he did them all in front of the camera. Probably one for each track that he recorded on vocals, and then maybe at the very end he talks about having those people in on his videos. Maybe at the end he added some accompanying third-party vocals into his track to make it that extra big chorus sound at the end. I don't know. Maybe he didn't. If he did, I don't care. That was insane. I got to stop rambling. That was incredible.
That's so good.
5 out of 5, Peter Hollens. You're on the list.
Yeah, it's a 10 out of 5 for me.
Coming back around. Yeah, that was amazing. Way to go.
Wow.
Way to go.
I need to go and watch The Witcher, like, right now. It's so good, dude. Put me in the mood. Well, if you guys like this episode as much as we did, be sure to leave a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, click the bell, become part of the notification gang. And with that, toss a coin to your boys in Wyoming. We'll see you next time. Bow.
That was nice. Good exit, bro. Way to get out of there.
Way to get out. just get out.